Hello and welcome to the Narc Alert, the channel where we look at YouTubers and others to see if they demonstrate any traits that fall within the spectrum of narcissistic personality disorder or NPD. These videos are for fun and entertainment purposes only, strictly my opinion, and remember, please don't send any snark to our possible narcs. So key points to remember: messy fun and not a diagnosis. Hello my lovely alerts, and welcome back to the Narc Alert. Well, it's Thursday. We've almost made it through another week. And we've made it through without a whole lot of content from Amber. She's left us hanging for a couple of nights. Gosh, we just don't know what to do with ourselves. So I thought it might be fun to put together a little compilation. And we've been talking about all her ER visits in the past. Do you remember when AMBERLYNN used to make a hobby about going to the ER? In the Bex era, she seemed to be going to the hospital every second day. So I thought it might be fun to take a Narc Alert compilation look back at all the times AMBERLYNN Reed visited the ER.
Lately I've been feeling, I've been feeling better gallstone-wise. Sorry for the weird lighting, but if I ever have, a really bad attack again, I might just go to the ER and, tell them the story. Because I have no insurance, I have no doctor, I can't see a surgeon, I don't have the money. So if I go to the ER, I have to be in horrible pain, obviously, because they're not gonna, I can't just walk up in there and be like, you know what, sometimes I get attacks, so can I get my gallstone out now? Or my gallbladder out now? No, I'm gonna have to be, hunched over in pain, crying my eyes out. I'm gonna have to wait. I mean, there's nothing else I can do about it. I guess this is considered the third left or third, I don't know, something like a third molar, I don't know. And it's known for giving people the most pain, so I'm literally dying by the end of the night. Last night was the worst night for me. I was literally crying my eyes out. I was legit about to wake up her dad and say I need to go to the ER, but that's rude. I would never wake him up to take me to the ER. I feel like that's really rude, so I feel like I need to wait for a time when nobody's sleeping, and if it really gets to that point. Your gallstones get worse. Your gallstone will go into your intestine and it will go to your liver. I do not want that to happen to me, you guys. I literally am terrified. Crystal's about to take me to the ER. I'm insanely nervous. Last time I went, they told me next time I come from gallbladder pain, they're taking my gallbladder out. I just got done doing all kinds of crying because of how nervous I am. I don't know what they're gonna say this time. Last time I went there, it was, they're taking my gallbladder out. I'm scared I'm gonna die on the table. I need to go though. I'm tired of living in fear to lose weight. The ER visit, it was not a blood clot, which is shocking to everybody. I was, sitting down for such a long time when I was traveling, and I really thought I did get one, but it's a bruise. I have no idea how I got it. I ended up getting an ultrasound and everything came back anything. I mean, it could, and I'm not like some hypochondriac. I know people think that all the time. I'm really not. I'm just a very realistic, cautious person. Her mom thinks it could be stress, attack. I will keep you guys posted. Like, I hope she gets an appointment soon. I stabbed myself literally with a knife, like hardcore stabbed, and it was bad. I saw like how deep it was, and I saw like my fat and tendons and skin inside of it. To get the tetanus shot, the lady had to stand there for like 5 minutes. I was like one of those stupid people who are like, wait a minute, no, don't do it. When it came to this, that was the part that was even harder. It was actually a student who did it, and they had to put this long, it was skinny, but it was a long needle inside of the wound to numb it. And she had to put this like clear liquid inside. I was terrified. She was so patient with me. And I was a little nervous because she did tell me, she's like, I don't remember how to do a vertical stitch. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm a guinea pig. A week to 10 days. I just wish the appointment was today. It would make life so much easier. See, that's why I like the ER, because you don't have to sit there and keep making appointments and waiting weeks. You literally just get your test done right there. I'm gonna take my blood pressure again here in a bit. I'm hoping it's lowered, and if it hasn't, I don't know. The nurse said that if it keeps getting higher that I need to go to the ER. No thanks. See, it's this little thing. A lot of people say, you know, you should be calm and collective before you take your blood pressure, and I feel like I've gotten my heart a little riled up by talking about this, but whatever. Oh, it's done. Oh no. Okay, so it's 182 over 90, and my pulse is 102. I haven't seen an actual doctor in, okay, since I was 18. I'm 25 now, so it's been 7 to 8 years, and I've gone to the ER quite a few times, but I feel like they don't do the same things as like a regular doctor does, obviously. I think it was like 5 or 6 days ago, I actually went to the ER. I posted on Snapchat that I was in the ER. I didn't really clarify exactly what happened in the ER, so I wanted to make a whole video about it. Because there has been a lot of controversy about my health and people thinking, you know, I have certain diseases and stuff, and a lot happened at the ER. So why I went to the ER is because my heart has been like beating weird and wrong all the time, like several times a minute, and it started to really scare me. I am morbidly obese, so I was like, am I having a heart attack? Am I gonna have a heart attack? Is there something wrong with my heart? Yeah, you can call, make an appointment for your doctor, but I was like so like nervous and scared about it that I had to go to the ER. I had to get this figured out right then and there. I was there forever, but it was worth it. I will tell you one thing, if I am over 600 pounds, then I don't know how it happened. That means I gained 30 pounds in like a week, and I would send myself to the ER. That's scary. But I am actually about to go to the ER. I only got about 4 hours of sleep. I just feel like everything's falling apart. Like my whole body is just done. Yesterday I started noticing a pain slash little bit of, I guess you can call it maybe puffiness and hardness near my belly button. It's a hernia, I don't know. Normally I would just wait to go to my doctor or something, but I just feel like kind of scared because it could be something else. I'm not gonna sit here and diagnose myself, but that's what it sounds like. I'm gonna go to the ER. I know there's not much besides surgery if it is a hernia, and obviously I'm too big for surgery. I look insane, but they did blood test, pee test. I might get an IV, so that's the update. So she just went in and got mine too, because let me tell you, my back from the bladder infection, because I went to the ER last night. I'm sure you guys watched that vlog. I like kind of on the lower side of my back. It hurts really bad. I'm not that type of person to like go to the ER. I used to be. Like I used to go to the ER, oh my god, years ago for the dumbest things in the world. And now it's just like, go to the ER if you really need to, because you're just wasting doctor's time. And I'm 27, so it's been a while. Of course I've been to the ER and I've been told things there, diagnosed with things there, but never have I like just had my own doctor. So I actually was recommended this doctor. Supposedly it's supposed to be a great one, so I'm gonna take that into account. I actually went to the ER after work. I think I said that. I didn't get off of work until 3 a.m. It took us a while to get to the hospital because it's really far away from work, and it took us a long time in the, we didn't have to sit in the waiting room, thank God, but it took us a long time to wait for the doctor in the hospital room and like talk to him, talk to the RNs, talk to the insurance person, I don't know, just like tons of people. And I hadn't actually gotten my blood taken till about 6 a.m. So the doctor said that that was perfect because when he checks for diabetes, he wants the person to fast for 10 hours. Because if I had diabetes, it would definitely show up. Even if I had pre-diabetes, it would show up. Hey guys, so I just woke up a little bit ago. Yesterday, you guys remember I went to the ER, got some antibiotics. My temperature, sorry for all the pills on my blanket, but if my temperature gets to 102, I think I'm gonna have to go to the ER because it's like, could be anything. Flu, strep throat. I've been having pain in my back, which I talked about last vlog. Like, I just don't know. So 100.7, and it's been an hour since the last time I checked it. I'm at the hospital. Look how dry my lips are. I've been trying to drink a lot of water though, but my temperature slowly rose even though I took NyQuil, and my temperature got up to 103.1. So I came here. So hopefully we can get this figured out because I feel horrible. So we've been back home for about 9 hours now, and I slept. I'm not really gonna talk about my diagnosis. Let's just say I'm gonna heal with medicine, hopefully. From when I was shivering and had a really high fever. You guys remember that when I went to the ER. Turns out I wasn't sick, but now I am, so hello. I need like a checkup, and plus when I went to the ER, I wanna do a follow-up on that. If your temperature goes above 102.7, a good idea is to go to the ER. But I was like, no, because I feel like 102.7 is like pretty common when it comes to a fever. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. It's probably just a flu that I'll let pass. So as time went on, it kept creeping up. Eventually it got to 103.1. When you're as big as me, you need to be very, very careful with fevers or just like any sort of sickness at all. When I did go to the ER, the guy said, I'm very glad that you came here, because that's like a super high fever. You do know you don't just go to the ER and expect to be fixed, right? You're supposed to follow up. Yes, that is the reason why I've been going to the doctor frequently. I honestly prefer going to the ER because they do more tests, but I don't want to waste anyone's time, so I've just been scheduling doctor's appointments. I knew right then and there I needed to go to the ER. There was complications because of my weight. And then he said, if she doesn't do something about it now, she won't have much longer. I clapped. Didn't I, babe? I literally did a round of applause. I am so happy to hear that, because not only did he make my case super urgent when I went into the ER, but now he's talking about how I'm not gonna last much longer because of my weight. I know to a lot of people, you don't want to hear that, and I don't either. But finally, someone cares. And that's all I've wanted as a doctor, to literally stare me in the face and tell me you need to freaking lose weight right now. The fact that he did it and said it to Becky, I'm just like, I need more of that in my life. I really truly do. He can refer me to maybe a dietitian, a nutritionist, maybe another weight loss doctor, maybe the same one I went and saw, because like I said, I am in a really different mind frame regarding that because I'm down 75 pounds, blah, blah, blah. Even just in the ER visit, when I was looking at my x-rays online, they mentioned that, you know, I had severe lymphedema and stuff like that. Like, they said that on their own, like doctors, medical doctors. So it's not something that I just like diagnosed myself with. I called my doctor just to make an appointment, but they said there's no available appointments, and with your symptoms, you need to go to the ER. So I ended up going to the ER, and they're glad that I did, or they even said that it was like possible heart attack. So they gave me an EKG, as you can still see. I haven't taken any of them off. I also have some on my stomach, and thankfully the EKG was perfect. I also got my blood taken, which I have a whole story with that, which was honestly so terrifying. They're really glad that I went in because the symptoms are, you know, scary, but since everything looked normal, turns out I just have like a strain, like a really bad back strain. And all of a sudden, as I'm walking, I heard something fall, and I didn't know what it was, and then I just felt this hot, like weird feeling go down my arms, and I looked, and the freaking IV fell out of my arm, and I was gushing blood all over me. Oh my god, it was all over the floor. And the way that they reacted was so calm, so collected. Like 6 different people like that worked there from like 6 different areas just like came, cleaned up the floor real quickly. I started crying because I was scared. Like, I've never had anything like that happen. It was like blood was just everywhere, and it was just gushing. I don't know how it fell out. It just fell. Oh my god, it was so traumatizing. Like, it was just scary. I was already having a lot of anxiety. Obviously, like, you're at the hospital, you're scared. But yeah, they were just really, really nice, kind. Cleaned it up rather quickly. I was scared. Like, I feel like if that would have happened to anyone, you guys would have been scared. Like, honestly, I can't be dramatic, but I feel like sometimes it's very validated. It was just rushed to the ER and there was blood all over the floor. Like, PTSD is real. It is a real fucking thing. I can't do this anymore right now. Here's a screenshot of the paperwork from the ER. Obviously, a lot of personal information is taken out. But again, this all happened on the 7th, which was Friday. And then the whole thing, like, this person, this speculation channel, at this rate, this bully channel, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. So this channel put literally into the universe and into their viewers' ears that I was lying about my IV falling out. And they said that with the fact that I'm showing symptoms, I should probably go to the ER. So I was admitted to the ER immediately, and it was so scary because like 5 doctors came in at the same time, and like I just felt like this rush of anxiety come over me because I was just like stuck in the CT circle. I talked to like the actual doctor when I first got into the ER. That's when things went downhill for sure. A lot of cancer talk. So they wanted me to do another CT scan of my stomach and my abdomen and another one of my lung. And this one they said that my abdomen looked fine, you know, areas of my stomach look fine, but they found a nodule in my lung, the same lung that has the fluid. It's a lot of cancer talk being thrown around by high professionals. And to think that I went to the ER just a little over a week ago and they said it was a pulled muscle, to now, since I decided, no, that's not what's wrong. I decided that because I knew something was wrong. And now it's like, by advocating for myself, I am figuring out every single day this is something deeper and something worse, and it's scary. I'm not knocking doctors, but sometimes they're so busy that they're just ready to move on to the next patient, which I understand. But this one, I don't know, he was just very kind. And I'm sure everyone who watches knows that. And I went to the doctor for the symptoms that I was having. I went to the ER and I always left with the same diagnosis, a UTI. And that was something that I went through for a couple years. That's a complete misdiagnosis because it was cancer the whole time causing those symptoms. And ever since I had a hysterectomy, I've never had a single one of those symptoms again. And it's frustrating that being misdiagnosed is a thing and can happen, but it's also common because doctors, psychologists, psychiatrists, they are not robots at all. So yeah, okay, I'm just back to rambling. So I was actually able to reschedule my appointment because, as you guys know, I called my doctor and my appointment was for like 2 weeks, and I was like, that's too far away. Like, I wouldn't say this is urgent, like go to the freaking ER, but it's definitely, we need to be seen about this. I was able to call to see if like anyone canceled their appointment or whatever it may be, if there was a new opening, and there is. So it's very, very soon. And I'm simply gonna request to see a specialist, a lung specialist.
Well, our dainty girl has really been through the ringer, hasn't she? Although she has had some serious brushes with some very serious diseases, and none of us wish that on her, she's also wasted a lot of doctors' time at the ER for practically nothing. That's our girl, I guess. Well, hey, if you liked the video, why don't you click like and maybe subscribe or grab a membership so you can come play in the Discord. We just have so much fun in there. And you know, Rio's there. Until we meet again, please be kind and hasta luego.